seen historically, or is he just his own special cat?
I mean, I really think he's really special, very unique. Doesn't have the size of Vince Young, but the things that Vince Young was able to do, improvise and throw it and run it, and just even when everything, sometimes the worst thing you could do against Vince Young was cover everybody. And obviously Lamar has that in him as well. I think the schemes that they have around Lamar are really exceptional, smart. You know, that's no big surprise. It's an excellent system, and they've tailored it. It's not just the spread QB run game stuff. It's a ton of things. There's a pro style to it as well that is just very multiple and makes him hard to defend. You know, he's got a great arm, tremendous natural wiry strength that even when you got the free hitter, it's you know, it's like a 50-50 ball for us on defense. You know, you can't count. You know, you got a free corner on a blitz or something. You saw that last week against North Carolina, and he throws a 75-yard touchdown. The corner just falls off of him and throws a strike for 75 yards. And that's the kind of, those are the kind of things that a special player can do. You know, it's one thing to take what's there. He can make something out of nothing all day.
It looked to me like Saturday maybe they were incorporating more of a quick slant, quick out type deal than they did last year.
That's their scheme. That's one of the things that they do. They attack you vertically, but they've got a ton of quick game. I think big-bodied receivers and quick guys that they catch it in stride, man. They can split a defense, big time.
It looks like he's more of a complete passer compared to last year.
He killed us. He looked pretty complete to me a year ago.
What about their offensive line? Have you seen significant improvement in them?
I mean, it looks, you know, again, they helped him win the Heisman last year, so they look about the same.
Going down the stretch last year, they had their problems.
Yeah, I didn't really see them down the stretch, though. We played them earlier, and they were in sync, and that's kind of who I remember and who I know they can be. So they've started strong, you know, these first two games. They had like 8,000 yards against North Carolina last week. Is it 8 or 9,000?
7,000.
Oh, 7. Yeah, 7,005. Right. Right.
How good are his receivers at compliment?
Really good, and they added a new one, Des Fitzpatrick, 87. He's a redshirt last year, kid from Ohio, really good player. But Jalen Smith in particular, they've got an excellent group of receivers. They're all big, really big. You go see them in pregame,
How well do they do at complimenting him as he scrambles?
very well. They you know, you can tell they've been in that situation. You know, many times they know what to do, and he can buy time. He finds them. So.
What's it like watching film and kind of coming up with a game plan for Lamar? I mean, is there any fun in the challenge of
I mean,
it?
some of it's fun, and then the more you see of it, the more sick you get. You know, I'll be honest, it's like because of all the plays he makes, even when it's not there. And you're like, okay, that's a good call, and then you're looking for the result, and then it's +9, you know. And so we're gonna have to really play well, and we're gonna have to play strong and physical in space, and we're gonna have to compete for balls. We're gonna have to win when the ball's in the air, play great technique, and have great eyes, good fits, all of it, man. We're gonna, you know, there's not a lot of room for error with these guys. He'll make you pay. Systematically, they make you pay, and then he can make you pay.
Is it stressful? Is it as stressful preparing for him as it is when you have to prepare for Georgia
Yeah,
Tech?
well, probably a lot the same, except, I mean, I wouldn't say except, but you know, in Georgia Tech, you know, if they're getting 5 yards a clip, you know, that's a real problem. You know, you're in trouble, and where these guys, you know, they can hit one for 50 like that, you know, on any play, whether he's running it or he's throwing it, and so. These guys, you know, mistakes when you make one against him, they can flip the field.
Do you feel like maybe you're a little bit better equipped this year than handling? Christian's back inside, you got a fast guy on the outside. Dorian's playing at a high level. Is that a loaded question?
We're going to be better because Watkins and Pagano and Boulware and Jadar are gone. Tank, I don't know. I mean, I'm very confident in our guys, but better than. More equipped than we were a year ago. I don't know. We're early in the year still. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
How do you
deal with the psychological, you said you get sick, preparing for Lamar. How do you deal with that throughout the week?
I say get sick. I just, you get anxious and, you're excited to get to practice and work through the plays and show the guys the film. So when you show these guys, it very quickly they get up on the edge of their seat. They're like, you start hearing it in the background. They start mumbling, and that's when they got respect for what they're watching on tape. So I try to show them all those kind of plays.
You're enjoying the challenge part of that.
Sure, yeah, absolutely, yeah, yep. I got to do well, every bit as much as the players in preparing them and showing them certain looks and, making the right types of adjustments. And, my guys are counting on me just like I'm counting on them.
The bigger question is, do you remember your wife's birthday this week?
It's coming up. You remember what day? Yeah. What is today? Is today the 11th or 12th? I got 2 days, so good for you. I didn't think he fled necessarily too quick a year ago. I don't know. Maybe so. I don't know. I just, I know he's got a great arm, and he's got excellent receivers. So if he's looking, if it's a pass, you better cover him. And if you cover him, you better be able to come get him. So, I don't whether or not he's better that way or not. I thought he was really good. He won the Heisman. Yeah, he won the Heisman. So.
Coach, you lost a couple great coaches in Dan Brooks and Marion and Hobby, and you're off and running. Defensive line doesn't seem to have lost a step. Can you just talk to us about the transition with Coach Bates?
Yeah, transition's been great. Talk to Dan and Hobb a couple times a week, and great man to work with, and they did an unbelievable job here. And terrific coaches, great man, great mentors. And Todd's come in with big shoes to fill, so to speak. But he's been himself, and he's a genuine person. He's got a lot of love for the players and the game, and he's really intelligent and has tremendous humility. So he's plugged in with those guys. They've got a lot of respect for him, and he's not trying to be Coach Brooks or Coach Hobby, and he's trying to learn what we do and do a great job being a good teacher. And our GAs are kind of helping plug in and helping as well and doing a great job. And just like the players, we'll work through our season together as a staff, and particularly your inaugural staff. When you've been together for a while, your chemistry, not that you ever take it for granted, but you can, as long as it's, you got the right people in the room, the chemistry can be strong and consistent year in and year out. When you bring in new people, you don't say, oh, well, just make it work. Sometimes it doesn't. I've not been a part of a staff where it hasn't, but, this is a staff we're working through those things now, and we got great respect for each other, and Mickey as well, and the chemistry is awesome, and so up through this point. But we got a season to work through, and so you gotta be able to work together, and so far, really, really good.
Coach, you did have some successes getting Lamar on the ground in the pass rush last year. Can you draw from that? Can you use that again this year, or you start from scratch?
Well, you always start over, and they're no dummies. They'll see things that maybe that weren't good for them that we might have done, and so they'll work on those. You don't want to. But I've always been used to just starting completely over, and you reference the things that were good and the things that weren't good in particular. That's what I try to address, because I know they're going to keep that in the game plan, and then again see what because every year you start majoring, and you can major in different things. It just depends on systematically. Paul Johnson even he'll add small intricacies to his system in change ups, and so you got to go back and see who they are right now, and then kind of go backwards from there. And so yeah, we're going to need to have that kind of success, to avoid a shootout. And it was a shootout last year, and we still got after them.